Ladies and gentlemen, the child drones hovering above the center of the parade ground have completed the orientation process, identified and acquired the targets. Having optimized their attack trajectories, they are now ready to execute the kamikaze strikes using DISMAC for terminal effect.
Please take your attention to the terror hideout Tango 11 on your right to witness the kamikaze kinetic strike. Ladies and gentlemen, now please turn your attention to the tank on the left to witness a second kamikaze kinetic strike on enemy tank depicted by Tango 3.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please take your attention back to the screens in front, where you can see a detachment of drones carrying out the search for their targets, technically called as foraging using the onboard AI edge computing. The enemy mortar positions acquired. Enemy tanks identified. FOL dumps acquired. Enemy troop concentrations identified. Even as the pre-programmed targets were being acquired, an opportunity target, namely the helipad at Tango 13, was picked up by a group of surveillance drones at the head of a larger swarm. Consequent to quick and rapid reiterations in terms of IFF and DISMAC, the opportunity target helipad at Tango 13 will now be engaged. Ladies and gentlemen, an opportunity strike on helipad at Tango 13.
In a first, India has demonstrated an offensive swarm drone system that simulated taking down a range of targets ranging from tanks, terror camps, helipads, and fuel dumps at the annual Army Day parade in the capital. The demonstration, which consisted of 75 drones working autonomously to identify and take down targets with kamikaze missions, is an early peek into the future technology being developed by the Army in partnership with the private industry. At the demonstration, the Army mentioned the system as a disruption technology that has been changing warfare around the world. Besides strike missions against a variety of targets, the drones also simulating dropping supplies to ground troops like medicines and stores. These close support operations, vital when troops are in difficult to reach locations, can be significant capability, and the Army said that it can drop over 600 kilograms of supplies with a 75 drone swarm system, cutting down risks to support troops. The Army, which started working on the swarm drone system in August last year in partnership with New Space Research and Technologies, plans to scale up the technology to fly over 1,000 rotary wing drones at the same time for a mission. In August, the program started with 5 systems flying together that has been scaled up to 75 for the Army Day demonstration. Some key capabilities demonstrated include a mother drone system that was part of the swarm, which released 4 child drones, each of which had individual targets. India is also accelerating plans to develop an air-launched swarm drone system that is being especially designed to defeat enemy advanced air defenses like the ones deployed by China across the Ladakh border since tensions broke out in early May. Hello everyone and welcome back for another informative session of the defense updates provided by SSB Crack Exams. I'm Hemant and I'm back here again to discuss with you about the inputs regarding the dates of today, which is on 16th of January 2021. If in case you people are the staunch defense aspirants aspiring to get into the Indian Army, Navy and Air Force and serve our country by becoming a part of the defense forces, and if in case you are preparing for the upcoming defense related examinations like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army, Indian Air Force Airman, Group X, Group Y, CAPF, Assistant Commandant, or the Military Nursing Service and Army Cadet College examination, I highly recommend you to download the SSB Crack Exams learning app from Android, Google Play Store, and then you can even go through our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. Whichever way you go through, please subscribe yourself to your favorite course and start off with your preparation, wherein which we are providing you the complete detailed lecture content, study material, sample practice questions, quizzes, exercises and mock tests that are all made taking into consideration the latest exam patterns. You can even follow us on all sort of social media platforms to keep yourself updated with the most important Indian and international defense inputs. Beginning with the question of the day that I've asked on 15th of January 2021, and the question that I asked was this particular one: which dynasty or kingdom of the Indian history was the first one to deploy iron-cased rockets successfully for military use? I repeat the question: which dynasty or kingdom of the Indian history was the first one to deploy iron-cased rockets successfully for military use? Is it option A, Kingdom of Mysore, or option B, Rashtrakuta dynasty, or option C, Shatavahana dynasty, or option D, the Kingdom of Jammu? The correct answer for this particular one, as you people have given it, is option A, the Kingdom of Mysore. Okay, so these were the Mysorean rockets, and they were the regular rocket corps was also there in the Mysore army at that time. So there were around 1,200 men in Hyder Ali's region when Hyder Ali was the ruler of the Mysore at that time. So they have used these Mysorean rockets in the second Anglo-Mysore war with the British ones. Colonel William Bally's ammunition stores are thought to have been detonated by a hit from one of the Hyder Ali's rockets at the Battle of Polilur in 1780. So this contributed to the British defeat in the battle. We need to understand that Hyder Ali and his son Tipu Sultan have deployed them, all of these rocket regiments, against the larger British East India Company forces during the Anglo-Mysore wars. And these missiles were fitted with swords and traveled hundreds of meters through the air, as you can see in this particular picture, before coming down with edges facing the enemy. The British took an interest in the technology and developed it further during the 19th century. That is it regarding this most important update. Now let us go through with the first and foremost important defense information. This is regarding Sri Lanka reviving a port deal with India and Japan. So there is a port deal which has been signed, and this deal is regarding developing a very important deep sea terminal. Okay, so this is a deep sea terminal, and this is going to be built in the Colombo harbor. Okay, so it is going to be built in Colombo harbor. So this particular port deal is made with our country and in Japan. So Sri Lanka's President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has announced the revival of this particular deal, and he interviewed and he actually reviewed the complete regional geopolitical concerns, and he wanted to make the situation much more better. He doesn't want to make Chinese a very big role in determining the economy of the Sri Lanka, so he actually made this particular pact. And as far as his concerns are there, this particular terminal which is there in Colombo Harbour, which is going to be built in Colombo Harbour, it will be developed with 51% ownership by Sri Lanka government, and the remaining 49% will be owned by India's Adani Group and other stakeholders including Japan. Going through with the next update is regarding Thales, which is actually United Kingdom's. Thales belongs to UK. It is a defense-related private company in UK. So Thales and Bharat Dynamics Limited, both of them have come to an agreement, and they have inked a deal to work on the air defense platforms for our country. Okay, so through the agreement and support from both Indian and UK governments, Bharat Dynamics Limited will become a part of the which particular team? Starstreak missile system. This is how the Starstreak missile system looks like. So this is a very important missile system. It will be looking into the global supply chain, and this particular deal will provide an opportunity for the export of Indian manufactured components for this particular system, and it will also exhibit the existing and future customers including the United Kingdom's armed forces. Going through with the next update is regarding India demonstrating the combat drone swarm system in the recently conducted Army Day parade yesterday. This is what I was discussing in the introduction. So in this particular demonstration of Army Day parade, around 75 drones were continuously working autonomously. Remember, they were working autonomously. That means they are not controlled by any man. All of these drones have worked all by themselves. And what did they do, sir? They identified the targets, they took down the targets with kamikaze missions, and it is an early peek into the future technology being developed by the army. This technology is being developed under the Combat Air Teaming System project, also known as the CATS CATS project. Okay, we need to understand and go through that this project will envisage a Jaguar land attack aircraft launching up to 24 killer drones that can take down individual targets. Already has the Air Force on board and involves at least 2 startups as well as Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Being developed under the Combat Air Teaming System CATS project, the plan is to complete development process within 4 years. Okay, the plan is to complete this within 4 years, and we need to understand that the system will greatly reduce the vulnerability of pilots and fighter jets to ground-based air defenses. The next update and the final update is about the Trump administration blacklisting the Chinese firms. This is regarding the security of the United States of America. So outgoing Trump administration, Donald Trump will soon retire from being the president of United States, and Joe Biden will soon take over. So before he being going through, he already declared all of things there, and he has blacklisted the Xiaomi Corporation, which is actually a mobile phones company, which is China's #2 smartphone maker, including 9 other companies and other countries, barring Americans from investing in them. US officials have said that Chinese firms posed a threat to the national security, and we need to understand that Xiaomi's shares have nosedived around 11% after the US government's announcement. Latest move by Trump administration focused on Chinese companies with military ties and strategic value, which includes plane maker Comac. That is it regarding most of these important updates. Let us now have a very quick review by going through some of the most important inputs. And the first and foremost question is, Sri Lanka has revived a port deal of which harbour with India, Japan to develop a deep sea terminal? Is it option A, Port of Colombo, or Port of Hambantota, or Port of Point Pedro, or Port of Gali? The correct answer is option A, Port of Colombo. Mention in the comment section what are the specialities of the other 3 ports. Okay, going through with the next question is, which Indian firm has inked an agreement with Thales to work on air defense system? Is it option A, Bharat Electronics Limited, or Bharat Dynamics Limited, or Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, or Bharat Earth Movers Limited? The correct answer for this particular one is option B, Bharat Dynamics Limited. Combat Air Teaming System CADS project involves what? Does it involve swarm drones, or swarm missiles, or air defense software, or suits and safety gear? It involves the swarm drones, sir. Okay, swarm drones are being developed under the Combat Air Teaming System or CADS project. Let us go through now with the question of the day. And the question of the day for today is European Naval Operation Aginor, or Aginor, however you want to call it. So this Aginor, it is conducted from 13th of January 2021 until July of 2021. Which country will be in charge of this particular operation this year, and where will this operation being conducted? Okay, I repeat, European Naval Operation Aginor is conducted from 13 January 2021 until July 2021. Which country will be in charge of it this year, and where is it conducted? Is it option A, Poland? Is it Poland to be the charger of this particular year, and is it conducted at the Strait of Gibraltar, or is it Italy and Strait of Messina, or is it Germany and Strait of Sicily, or is it Denmark and Strait of Hormuz? If you have to go through, is this particular operation conducted at Poland, or Italy, or Germany, or Denmark? And if it is, who is actually the in charge of, which country is in charge of this particular operation this year, and where is it conducted? In which state? Is it conducted in Strait of Gibraltar, or Messina, or Sicily, or Hormuz? The correct answer for this particular question and the details regarding that I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams. Subscribe to this channel. Download the Android app from Google Play Store. Always stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling, be confident. Jai Hind.